I was behind for the majority of that set.
Okay, so the first time seeing Lewton today. Alright, trackpads out on deck. Here we go though. SCP versus Lewton. We've got a hedgehog versus a wolf. Now in our animal kingdom, obviously the wolf has a slight advantage, but we are in mystical video game land, so it could be anyone's at the moment. I mean, don't you just love that, like a hedgehog that is like super fast, like exists? I feel like it's a such a paradox of a character, but it just works so well. But speaking of working well, I mean, Lewton sort of getting the initial KO there. Controller's disconnecting. Alrighty, alrighty. So here we go. Can SCP gather some percent? Still on 0, that's a good sign, it's a good sign. Alright, Lewton there looking to space. I mean, both players definitely want it at this point. Ain't over yet. Here we go, SCP with the confirms. Good shield there. Trying to find that opening. SCP trying to not give too much away. Doesn't want to like gain any more percent against this wolf. There we go. Nice. Playing patient. It's working out for him. Tries to go for the read, but gets punished a bit. Oakley dokily. So, Lewton 120%. Can SCP find anything? There we go. Gets a bit of an attack in there. Nice, nice, nice. Both players sort of feeling each other out. Looking for that opening. And he confirms from this grab for Lewton. No, but definitely applying that pressure by just being there. SCP on 99%.
I'm not playing with it.
Oof. Lewton getting the second stock. Here we go though, 139% from Lewton. Anarchy surely taking this third. Let's see, they're still playing patient. Oakley dokily. Any chokely oakleys. Spokely oakley, shieldy wieldy. Oh, there we go, SD. See, that's where patient just pays off, you know. Just wait for your character, the other player to SD, and then there we go. You back up a stock. Here we go, SCP maybe capitalizing on that.
There's nothing I can do.
The ghost of Jonesy. Yo, thanks for bearing with us at the stream though, we appreciate it. We're currently on a laptop. Shout out Bill Gates. Alrighty, alrighty. So SCP indeed finding that second stock from Lewton. Here we go though, 96%, but I mean, you know, you can still bring it back, This Sunday dinner is not served at the moment. I mean, to be honest, maybe it's like fish and chips today. Perhaps we've got like vinegar, salt, maybe curry sauce. Oof, speaking of curry sauce, Lewton, edge guard situation. Wanting to take home the bacon today. If you want, maybe we can just talk like this, Jonesy. I mean, I can't even hear you anyway.
The headset's not working anyway, so...
Alrighty, so we are sharing a mic at the moment, like two lovers in an Italian restaurant.
It's the pasta.
Indeed. Lady and the Tramp.
The lady in the tramp
I'll be the lady if you be the tramp.
We're nudging the meatball closer. Great back end.
Speaking of meatballs, Lewton taking the first game. But well done to SCP though. I mean, sort of like it's a bit of an uphill battle for him most of that round, but manages to bring it back to the final stock situation. All right, we just quickly update the scores. That's it. Excelente. Both players looking like they're having a good think with themselves. Alrighty, here we go now. Town and city. So in regards to this, who do you reckon this will help out the most with this map choice, Jonesy?
Something's happened to Pro Controller.
Oh, is it DC again?
Yeah, SCP definitely prefers. They're definitely more patient with Sonic, so they can have that space to work with, navigate around Fox's projectile game.
Defo. We've got black bracelets on deck today. Here we go though, perhaps this is the meta pick. Alrighty, both players starting off, SCP getting them little jabs in first. Lewton clapping back though with his laser beam. Pew pew!
Yeah, and you can see the way that SCP wants to play this stage. They want to use those platforms just to get out of this Spanish stage. Don't have to deal with it.
Okay, so Lewton getting the claws out. Meow meow!
Straight back here. Why going to punish my aggressive option? That should be a punish.
SCP sort of looking for his opportunities, not wanting to rush in too much. A parry from Lewton.
Plays full screen game with the
nice 2-frame. Oakley Dokley, we're waiting patiently now.
Oof. Make a high percent, I reckon I might have actually confirmed into that smash. Nice jab chase down. SCP starting to slowly go to 6% back to big up smash, not quite going to kill with the eye.
SCP looking a lot more confident in this game for sure. Can Lewton get any confirmations from this? No, not quite. Here we go, both players quite aware of each other. Oof. But having said that, I mean, indeed.
Big. Interesting option there.
Nice getaway from SCP. Here we go, charging up, got to go fast.
Yeah, you can see why Lewis decided to go for the finish match now. Using that laser just to deny the rapid dash approach, spin dash approach. We look for the 2-frame.
Here we go.
That's going to get punished.
Nice.
Again, just look for the 2-frame, wait for an aggressive option.
Go. SCP always shielding against his recovery.
Again, laser just denying SCP option to get things going with the spin dashes. Back throw to the stage, yeah.
Nice,
that big
nice.
hitbox with the air smash.
Here we go though. SCP building up his gravy boat. Definitely in a more confident position this game for sure.
Yeah, they're starting to play around the lasers just a little bit better. You see him start to instead just do dash shielding. We'll see if Lewton maybe adjusts to that, if he starts mixing up with dash grabs or something. Oh, big cross up there, gonna get the up smash. And again, another cross up there for the up smash.
Spiggity splat. There goes the hedgehog.
Let's do last out for this hedgehog. You see how many rings has Sonic got left? Dash attack, you get the mix, gets the third. Down throw for the tech chase.
Here we go. Oh, nice. Well done to SCP there, taking that second game. Right. Just shows you that mentality is strong. Man did not give up. Man sort of learned how to play around it. Those lasers, as you were saying. And here we are. Game 3, both each a piece now. Are we going to see any mix-ups? Yes. Good, O'Valley, let's go. Oh, okay, PS2 then, I guess. It's alright, I'll hold it this time, Jonesy.
Oh, no worries, no. Yeah, stick with the ball, why not? Makes sense.
I'm loving this setup though, it's great. Currently we're holding a headset between us on a laptop. That's how we be sometimes. Okay, so kicking off game 3 now. Lewton getting an early 40% on SCP. Here we go though. The hedgehog is clapping back. Nice, nice. Both players sort of gauging each other now. Good grab, and we're back up. Back up to both percents. Still in neutral. Almost dancing around each other in this first stop. Ooh, gets the grab. Here we go. Ledge guards. Doesn't quite get anything from that.
Didn't get punished. What a big ass foul there. Great position on the ball. Okay, ledge trap. Goes for a 2-frame. Big ass smash at the ledge and a grab.
Okay, so both players resuming the patient game, looking for those openings.
That's based on those. Back throw. Not quite gonna kill shit.
Here we go, 2 frames again, doesn't quite get it this time. Here we go, back throw again, yes indeed. No, DI on deck, the air dodge, but the follow-up this time. I think SCP probably had a feeling that wouldn't KO, but there we go. Follows it up for the confirmation.
See Lewton just trying to fish for that big back head. Get this, finish this stock up real quick.
Man's definitely got his hook out at the moment.
SCP is not catching on to this day right now. They're staying at a nice ranges that we can't really operate at. These lasers denying the spin dash control again, it's not too bad. Up tilt, gonna take it there for Lewton.
Second starts. Thrown out the bungy boing.
Spacing by Lewton, trying to stay as safe as they can on the field. Take my notice. Too much off here. Possibly the 2-frame.
Again, patience is indeed a virtue. There we go, SCP getting a bit of a follow-up there. Jabs, grabs. Another 2 frame? No.
That's definitely SCP's game plan. Just get the wolf off stage and then just does the 2 frame one left. The F-match is fairly non-committal. So, SCP's fine with just throwing that out. Big F smash.
Excellent, well done from SCP there. Here we go, bring Lewton to his final stop. I'm sure Lewton has something to say about that. You know, this wolf howls. Oh!
They'll try and answer back somehow though. This is definitely not the way. Big Ed, not gonna get funny. Get the jump.
I mean, looking a bit of a squeaky cheeky at the moment for Lewton.
Yeah, they're just not finding any hit right now. SCP still really feeling neutral. All it takes is one big X smash or another smash from Lewton. And that's the last like scenario game 3. And the laser just a 9 SCP stolen out the approach. Slowly building up the center. Down for the head kick.
Nice, gets a laser. He goes for his own 2 frame. Man's trying to clap back, or claw back, let's say. Shout out to my friend Ryan who just walked in. It is indeed his 27th birthday today. Shout out to you. Alrighty, so here we go. Both players in their final stop. Lewton 8%. SCP though, sort of still taking his time, trying to space out. I think SCP has his fishing rod out at the moment. Oh! Here we go, here we go. 2 frames. Oh, not this time.
Again, it's so non-committal for SCP that they're happy to go for it. And they can still get a lift off. And again, cross up there, looking for it. Great roll in from SCP. What a grab out. Range on that, oh my goodness.
Here we go, boingy boing.
Again, SCP just waiting for today's the big numbers. They have to try to battle it back. And they've got to make it work with the drive. This is exactly the position that someone else is doing. But that is a big old bug smash.
It's another ball smash. Oh!
Smash match 3.
Well done to both players. I mean, fortunate for SCP in that regard. But, you know, that's just how it be. If you're going to throw it out, fam.
Stealing my game.